Okay, lawn fans, are you ready? No beer today, it's too dang hot. Some good old Lipton green tea. I'm sure my neighbors are like, what is this idiot doing? Because I'm bored today. It is the 28th. It's either happy anniversary to my parents or happy birthday to my sister-in-law, so both those. Anyways, here's the lawn right now. I got her out of the yellow phase. I just pounded it with water. I did put out a 10-10-10, and I've been cutting every day, and it's filled back in nice and thick. Did some workout back this morning. Again, I was that idiot that was out here in 100-degree temperatures. I took down a tree, not a major tree like those there. It was younger than those. It was probably about the size of one of those right there. But it was starting to hang over the backyard, and I knew eventually it was going to snap. If it didn't snap, it was still taking up some tree canopy space that I can open up and get more sunlight in the backyard. So I took it down, cut it up, took it back to the woods for firewood this fall out in the fire pit. Update here on the cicada killers. All right, now, so I actually dug from one side to the other deep. Those were connected, and I had to dig it out to see what was in there. Then I backfilled it with sand. I probably should have put soil in there too, but I used what I had on hand. Same thing there with that entrance hole. Same thing there, over there, and then I found a new hole right there this week. So I'm gonna show you all different angles here of the backyard. All right, I mean front yard, sorry, yeah. Cutting, water. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I syringe it. That means that I'm throwing some water out for about 5 to 10 minutes just to cool the ground off. Today after cutting, as soon as I finish this video, I'll be going back with the hose and cooling things off for about 5 minutes. Let me show you a couple things. This is called checking out. This is mine and my neighbor's lawn here, and we share this area. Normally I take care of this, but my hose, the sprinkler will not reach this area here. So this gets no water at all, and it's got slate rock right below it, and it is checked out. There's nothing I'm gonna do right now that's gonna be able to bring this back. It is probably hydrophobic right now, meaning that water will not penetrate the ground. It is too hard. You couldn't bust this up with a tiller right now, much less even try to get a screwdriver in it. So if you're bound and determined you're gonna try it, what I suggest that you do is that you go out and you get an ortho hose and sprayer. You put some Dawn dishwashing liquid in it, make sure it's not antibacterial. Fill it up, spray the ground like crazy, then come back and water that in, and that may break the surface tension and allow you to get water on the ground. But if that was me and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on watering, I would let it just come back with the rain. I'll show you, here's another example of a lawn checking out right here. This is my other neighbor's. That is checked out. There's no bringing that back right now until good old Mother Nature gives us some rain. And once we get some rain coming in, that should slowly start to come back. But we are late in the season with this being the end of August, so maybe not. Here's my neighbor's yard. I'm gonna show you a few things here. I don't know if this will show up on my video, but right along this edge, these pavers are heating up and it's drying this ground out, and those are called hot spots. I imagine that there may be rock all up under the lip of this landscaping area. What does a hot spot mean? It just means it's drying out. Maybe the rock is drying that area out, or maybe his sprinklers aren't able to hit this area. But he's got a few spots that I'm gonna let him know about. Right now, you may be seeing some of this weed in your yard. That's called spurge, and that's common this time of year. I don't know if that's showing up really good. Now, you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's or any big box store, and you can get a hose and spray chemical herbicide that'll kill this off. But if you do that, guys, do not do it at the hottest part of the afternoon. Do it first thing in the morning. Do it late in the evening, not right now. But overall, his lawn is looking really good. Remember, his is a rotary cut. That spins like this. Mine's a real cut. It spins like this. Two different methods of cutting. But anyway, so his lawn's coming along nice. Again, that's checking out. That's what that means. Some bad stripe action there going over towards the street. I got off my lines a little bit. Now, if you want to hang with me, I'm going to go out here to the backyard and I'm going to show you what I did this morning to clear up the tree canopy and allow more sun to come in the backyard. And again, guys, that's the Xeon zoysia. And I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but who cares? Zoysia. Somebody called me out for tall, what is it, turf type tall fescue, or I don't know what it is. I'm gonna start calling it fescue from now on, but I don't know how long I've been calling it that. Anyways, that fescue doesn't do well in Georgia, at least in bright sunlight. Maybe if you've got a ton of shade it does. Anyway, so here's the tree canopy. I lifted these limbs up some. Now, right down here, in this area where my finger's at, that all used to be in shade. I had a tree that was starting to lean, and I knew it was eventually gonna snap and break. So I had the time this morning. I came out here, I cut that joker down right there. It fell. It probably went 3/4 of the way across the backyard. I cut it up, I threw some in the fall fire stack for the fire pit, and the fire pit is loaded down with little branches and leaves to dry up and burn off. I'm trying not to ramble so I can get you guys out of here. So right here is my zoysia spot, zoysia area that had dead spot. And these are the plugs. If you look back at, I believe, my last video or on Instagram, you'll see pictures of this was in the beginning. And look how much that large spot has started to fill in and these corners are creeping in, and plugs there. And I took the plugs from over there, which that was all shade prior to me taking that tree out. Now what I've done back here is a good old organic fertilizer. I've been spoon feeding it, so it's once a week that I come out here and I just put down a really light application of it, and pulling a weed right now. A light application and water it in. I came in this morning, early morning, I put a fungicide down because I heard zoysia is susceptible to fungus, and I noticed a little bit of red tips on this. That could be overwatering. It's not going to be lack of phosphorus because of what I put out here. So it could be stress, number of things, but just to be on the safe side, I did that. I put out that fungicide. Now I looked at my shoes and it's not red thread, it's not rust or anything like that. So anyways, there's the zoysia. This spot's making a nice comeback. I've started pounding this with water right there because this big old tree right here is just soaking everything up out of the ground right now. We have been a while here in Georgia without rain and temperatures 100. Football game last night, high school football game, was unbearable. I don't know how those kids do it. Anyways, that's it. Oh, here's the dog park, and this is what it looks like when you do nothing. No water, no nothing right here. It's checked out, and I'm not gonna do a thing with it. All right, questions, comments, post them below. Go follow Sunny Bermuda, go follow Budget Lawns, go follow The Lawn and Life, Chris, my buddy in Alabama. Go Dogs. If I forgot you, and I'm sure I did, y'all tell me, and I'll say your name next time. Bermuda Brian, out.